Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling a question that's on the minds of parents, educators, and teens themselves. Why are teenagers so stressed? From academic pressure to social media comparisons, today's teens face a perfect storm of challenges. We've spoken to psychologists, combed through the latest research, and distilled expert insights to break down the root causes and what we can do to help. Let's dive in. Let's start with academic stress. Dr. Lisa D'Amour, a clinical psychologist, explains that today's teens aren't just competing with their classmates, they're competing with a global standard of achievement. The pressure to maintain straight A's, ace-standardized tests, and juggle AP classes with extracurriculars leaves little room for downtime. And when every activity feels like a college resume builder, burnout is inevitable. Dr. Jean Barrison, Mass General Brigham. Adolescents need 8 to 10 hours of sleep a night. They never get that. Their demands for performance, high achievement, and overscheduling are major contributors to sleep deprivation and loneliness. Homework overload, fear of failure, and parental expectations create a cycle of anxiety. And for many teens, the future feels like a high-stakes gamble. If I don't get into a good college, my life is over. Spoiler alert, it's not, but try telling that to a sleep-deprived 16-year-old. Next up, social stress. Adolescence has always been about fitting in, but social media has cranked the pressure to 11. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram turn friendships into public performances. Likes, followers, and viral moments become metrics of self-worth and the fear of missing out. Teens are constantly comparing their behind-the-scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. This breeds insecurity and social anxiety, especially when they feel excluded or judged. Offline, cliques, bullying, and shifting friendships add layers of stress. And for LGBTQ+ teens, or those from marginalized groups, discrimination compounds these struggles. The result, a generation hyper-aware of how they're perceived and often convinced they're falling short. Family conflict is another major stressor. Divorce, financial strain, or parental pressure to excel can make home feel like a battleground. Even well-meaning parents might unintentionally add stress by micromanaging grades or dismissing their teens' emotions. Teens need autonomy to develop their identity. When parents conflate their own aspirations with their child's goals, it creates resentment and emotional withdrawal. And let's not forget the ripple effects of trauma, like illness, loss, or abuse, which can leave teens feeling isolated and powerless. Puberty is a minefield of physical and emotional changes. Add filters, influencer culture, and toxic beauty standards, and you've got a recipe for crippling self-doubt. Girls face intense pressure to be perfect, while boys grapple with unrealistic body ideals too. Today's teens are growing up in a world that feels unstable. Climate change, school shootings, and economic uncertainty feed a baseline level of existential anxiety. Many wonder, what's the point of planning for the future if the planet is dying? Let's talk about the elephant in the room, social media. Studies show that limiting screen time to 30 minutes daily reduces depression and anxiety. But it's not all bad. For some, it's a lifeline to supportive communities. The key is balance. Social media isn't inherently evil, but its design preys on teen vulnerabilities. Algorithms push extreme content, disrupt sleep, and replace real-world connection. Parents need to model healthy habits and set boundaries. So, what can we do? Experts emphasize validation over dismissal. Instead of saying, "You'll get over it," try, "That sounds really hard. How can I support you?" Dr. Lisa Miller, Columbia University. Teens need unstructured downtime to process emotions. Encourage activities like journaling, sports, or art, anything that lets them recharge. 1. Prioritize sleep, 8 to 10 hours. 2. Teach mindfulness and breathing exercises. 3. Advocate for later school start times. 4. Get therapy. The bottom line, teen stress isn't a personal failure, it's a systemic issue. But with empathy, open dialogue, and proactive support, we can help teens navigate this turbulent phase. If you're struggling, remember, you're not alone. Reach out to a trusted adult or counselor. And to everyone watching, hit subscribe, share this video, and let's keep this conversation going. Thanks for watching.